You pull into your first campsite excited. Then the questions hit. If you unplug, what still works? Can you still shower? Can you still flush the toilet? Can you keep the fridge cold? That is the moment a lot of beginners start to panic. An RV looks like one giant machine, but it's really just 5 systems working together: power, battery, propane, water, and waste. Once you understand those 5 systems, everything gets easier. It starts with the power cord in your hand. Most rigs use either 30 amp or 50 amp service. Think of 50 amp like a much bigger pipe for electricity. Your air conditioner is usually the biggest power user in the rig. In most beginner setups, if you're not plugged in, the AC is not going to run. You usually need shore power or a generator for air conditioning. Before we move on, please take a moment to like and subscribe. It helps me keep sharing these lessons with our community. Even if you're plugged in, one bad pedestal can still create a major problem. Now let us talk about the hidden heart of the rig, which is the battery. A lot of beginners think the battery only matters when they're off-grid. That's not true. The battery does a lot more than run the lights. It powers the water pump, fans, and furnace controls. This is where people get caught in the cold. They have propane, so they assume they have heat. But the battery still has to run the fan and the ignition. If the battery dies, the furnace stops. A weak battery can make the whole rig feel broken. That's one reason so many RVers upgrade their battery systems. And if you move to lithium later, learn the cold weather rules first. Some lithium batteries should not be charged below freezing unless they have built-in protection. That mistake can get expensive fast. Electric power matters, but propane gives you a lot of freedom. It can run your stove, oven, water heater, and furnace. You don't need to be plugged in to cook. Your microwave usually needs shore power or a generator, but your stove just needs propane. There is one appliance beginners really need to understand now, which is the refrigerator. A lot of newer rigs have 12-volt compressor fridges. That means your battery is helping keep your food cold. So, before the first trip, check what type of fridge you have and know how it's powered. Even if the fridge is cold, you are one switch away from a dry sink. Water is easier than it looks. It comes from either a campground hose or your freshwater tank. If you're using the tank, you need to turn on the 12-volt water pump. A lot of people panic when no water comes out. Usually they forgot that one switch. Even if you hook up to city water, there is one thing you do not skip. That's the pressure regulator. Campground water pressure can be much higher than your RV plumbing can handle. That little regulator can save you from a big leak. Yes, you can still take a hot shower off-grid. Most RV water heaters use propane, electricity, or both. Some newer rigs use tankless systems, but your freedom still depends on tank space. Your fresh tank only holds so much, and your gray tank can fill faster than you think. The shower feels great, but that water is headed to the tanks. And honestly, the tanks are not something to fear once you understand them. Fresh holds clean water. Gray holds sink and shower water. Black holds toilet waste. You do not need a sewer hookup to use the bathroom. The system is built to hold that waste until you dump it. There is one more power lesson beginners need to know. Not every campground pedestal is wired correctly. That's why I recommend a surge protector, or even better, an energy management system. One bad pedestal can damage expensive equipment fast. Before every trip, test your safety devices too. Check the smoke alarm, carbon monoxide detector, and propane detector. You want those working before you ever need them. There are 3 beginner habits I really recommend. First, find your battery disconnect switch. If you leave it on in storage, you can drain your battery. Second, check your tire pressure with a real gauge before you travel. A tire problem on the highway can ruin your day. And third, do one full practice run at home. Plug in the RV, turn on the pump, test the furnace. Check the fridge, flush the toilet, run the hot water. It is much better to be confused at home than at a campground. You do not have to be a mechanic. You just have to understand how the systems connect. Air conditioning and microwave use heavy electrical power. Heat and cooking often rely on propane. Water needs either a hose connection or the pump. And the battery supports more of the RV than most beginners realize. If this information helped, please like and subscribe. My goal is to help you avoid expensive beginner mistakes before they happen. For more RV living and boondocking videos, check the videos over here. And once you understand the systems, RVing gets a whole lot less stressful. Anyway, be safe, and I'll see you down the road.